Today, we're digging into a really powerful idea, the idea that real, lasting success isn't something you just stumble upon. It's something you actually build. And we're going to look at this whole thing like an architect, someone who designs and builds with a clear, intentional plan.
So let me ask you something. Does it ever feel like success is this moving target that you're just constantly running after, and it's always just out of reach? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. And that leads us to this quote, which is a massive, and I mean massive, shift in thinking. It helps us move away from that frantic chase and toward a more deliberate, intentional act of creation. You see, it's not about running faster. It's about building smarter. When you're caught in that chase, you end up in what we can call the success trap. And it's this exhausting cycle that honestly a lot of us fall into without even realizing it. So what does this trap actually feel like? Well, first, it's all about needing that external validation, right? Things like likes on social media, that next promotion, or getting praise from other people. It creates this frantic, hurried feeling that pretty much always leads to burnout. And here's the kicker. Even when you do get a win, it feels kind of hollow, and it disappears so fast because you're already stressed about the next thing you have to chase. Okay, so this brings us to the core idea of this whole explainer. There is a world of difference between chasing success and creating it. Let's really break down these two completely opposite ways of thinking. Look at this comparison. On the left, you've got the chaser. They are 100% obsessed with the final outcome. Their whole vibe is frantic. And where does that lead? Almost always to burnout. But then on the right, you have the creator. Their focus is totally different. It's on the process, on what they do every single day. Their energy is deliberate, it's calm, and the result isn't burnout, it's momentum. They actually build energy over time instead of just draining it all away. So if you want to become a creator, what's the main tool you need in your toolbox? Well, it really all comes down to one thing: understanding the incredible, transformative power of consistency.
Now, let's get super clear about what we mean by consistency. This is not about being perfect. Not at all. It's about disciplined, repeated action over a long period of time. It's about showing up even on the days you really don't feel like it. Think of it like the engine that's driving your car forward, not some daily report card judging how well you did. And now we get to bring it all together. If consistency is the engine, how do we actually build the car around it? That's what we're calling your personal success architecture. Here's a simple but really profound truth. Great things are almost never accidents. They happen because of intentional design. Just think about it for a second. You would never, ever try to build a house without a blueprint, right? So why would you approach your biggest ambitions in life any differently? So here's the 3-step game plan. First, you design the blueprint. This means you have to get crystal clear on what success looks like for you, not what your parents or society or anyone else tells you it should be. Second, you lay the foundation. This is where you figure out the few core habits and skills that will actually support that dream. And finally, number 3, you build brick by brick. This is where you put in that consistent daily action. Every small thing you do, repeated over and over, is another brick in the amazing structure of your success. Following this framework, this architecture, is how you make that huge shift. You literally stop being someone who's just endlessly chasing a feeling, and you become someone who methodically, deliberately creates a reality. And so we come full circle, right back to where we started. But now, this isn't just some nice-sounding quote anymore, is it? It's basically an operating manual. It's a reminder that you are the one who holds the power, the tools, and the architectural plans. If there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this: shift your energy. Move it away from pursuit and into practice. Away from frantic running and toward focused construction. It's really that simple. Stop chasing, start building. And that leaves us with one final, and I think most important, question. This isn't about some vague plan for tomorrow or next week. It's about right now. Looking at your own blueprint, what is the very first brick that you're going to lay today?